Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. 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 Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. It's kind of funny. Today worked out kind of funny. Today was a strange day. Can I tell you guys about what was strange about today? I told Kyle at iFixit. He's a nice guy. I like Kyle at iFixit. He's a good dude. He's a nice guy. Probably really nice guy. I said, he asked if I wanted to do an AMA to try to get attention to the fact that New York State has a repair bill that was passed 147-2 and 59-4 a few months ago, and that the governor still hasn't signed it after like 6 months. And I said, I'd love to do that video. I think it's a great idea, but kind of been throwing New York under the bus for like the past 5 years. And today I'm about to throw them under the bus again. So the timing here may not be great. You may want to find somebody else for that. Yeah, the timing here may not be great. But we did it. It went pretty well. I answered a lot of questions. I think this may have front page Reddit at some point. It had 11,000 upvotes in the AMA section. Yeah, I noticed. It's okay. Listen, I forgive Kyle. He's a good guy. Kyle, I will give Kyle a pass for misspelling my name. But like, you see all these AMAs, 1,500, 500, 3.6 thousand. We had like 11,000. And the funny thing is, I knew this would fucking happen. I knew this would happen. This is a right to repair AMA. And literally, like, one of the top comments is, okay, now it's not showing there. Go figure. How are you liking not being a New Yorker anymore? Oh, man, I pissed so many people off by saying there were so many people that were raging because I said I'm enjoying my time here in Texas. So many people were mad that I'm enjoying being in a state that's not trying to bankrupt me. I don't know. Oh, well. But yeah, the timing. I figured the time. Like, of all the people to be associated with Right to Repair in New York right now, it shouldn't be me. I mean, the thing is, I have funded so many advocacy groups with US Perg through a few $100,000 that we've given them over the past few years. There are so many groups that are out there talking about Right to Repair, educating politicians on it, educating companies on it, educating investment firms on it. I think As You Sow got Microsoft to file they filed some sort of shareholder resolution. As You Sow shareholder resolution. Let's see if I can find this thing over here. Yeah, here we go. Stuff like this. Stuff like this has gone pretty well. It's amazing what happens when you have a little bit of money to work with, Like, there are so many groups of people that don't have the baggage that I do that should be discussing this. Do you really want me to be the one doing it? Like, really? I don't know. Probably not the best idea. But whatever. I'm not going to say no to Kyle. He's a good dude. The politics. Am I the only one with audio stutter? Ah, shit. Okay. Yeah, it's like 1 a.m. I don't feel like fixing that. Audio stutter. Is there? Okay, audio's fine. All right, screw that. No troubleshooting that at 1 a.m. Why did you decide Texas? There was a job opportunity here. Are Texas burritos better than New York ones? I haven't been eating burritos. I've been avoiding pitas. I've been avoiding bread. I've been avoiding wraps. I've been avoiding croutons in my salad. I've gone that far off the deep end when it comes to trying to lose some of the fat that I have And it's working. It's finally starting to work. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Neuropilot. Have you tried to dip the fork in the dressing? I have not, Anne. I haven't had a salad since, actually. The best thing about Texas is I actually called my local county to figure out, I said, I'm trying to figure out where I file for a license on your website for my new computer repair place. And I can't find out where I apply for the license anywhere. And I think I had a little aggravated tone. And she's like, oh, let me just double check that. I don't think you need one. And I go, what? Like, yeah, in New York City, I have to file for a license with the Department of Consumer Affairs to fix computers. Then I have to file with another license to be able to buy them off of customers. Then I need to file for a separate license if I wish to sell things like ISL 6259 chips or flocks. So I essentially need 3 licenses to do what I do. And then she starts giggling while I'm on the phone with her. And she says something like, oh, sir, you're going to love it here. You don't need a license for any of what you're doing. So all this bullshit, all these random fines I used to get for like not having my fucking license number on a business card. I literally got fined once for not, I think it was I didn't have my license number on the fucking business card. Let me see if I can find that. So there's just, what are my thoughts on FTX? I haven't followed it, to be honest with you. I read one article on Sam Bankman-Fried a year ago. It was in Bloomberg. It was like 10 pages long, and I thought, wow, this sounds like a pile of bullshit. I'll be honest with you. I just looked at the dude and I thought, this is some hipster scamming shit. And I'm not smart enough to know how. I'm not smart enough to know why. Something's fishy here. This is some hippie shit. And it wound up being some hippie shit. Oh, yeah, here it is. 2012, May 23rd, 2012. Ah, yes. I remember getting fined for not having a fucking license number on a business card. Here's the thing. Can't get fined for not having your license number on the business card when you live in a state where you don't need a license for what it is you're doing. Yay. Beautiful. Beautiful. Like, it's so weird. I had a New York state of mind calling because to do business in my current store, to do what I currently do, I need 3 fucking licenses. And I still get fined. And like, here, you just don't need any. It's just like little things. Okay. How much can you do standing overhead press? I think the most I ever did was 165. Let me see if that's correct. Thank you, Mage. Let's see. Where is that? I'm going to try and see if I can find it right now. I probably won't be able to, but I'm going to give it a shot. We'll see if I get interrupted a bunch of times in the way. Give me 1 second and we're going to take a look and see. Here we go. So this is... Thank you, Mage. That's way too much. I appreciate it. Okay, so this is Oreo being an idiot. I'm about to lift weights, and he just decides to crouch. He's literally crouching next to 165 pounds. That's a 45-pound bar, a 35-pound plate, and then a 25-pound plate on each side. So that I think comes out to 165. Okay. That's me. No leg drive there. Just straight pushing. And that's that. I think I've done 7 or 8 reps at 135 before as well. Let's see. Do I get 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There better not be an Oreo there. 7. Yeah, and 8 wasn't happening. I got 8 once, but the problem that I have is every time I manage to do 8, the next time I go to the gym, I can only do 4 or 5. And then I wind up trying to work my way back up to 7. And then I get so excited when I could do 7 shoulder press at 135. And then I get 8. And then the day after I get 8, the next time I go to the gym, it's like I'm back to 4. It drives me crazy.
Oh, sweet mercy.
Thank you, Josh. That's too kind. Huge respect in your decision to move. It's unfortunate New York forced your hand in loyalty, but an ultimately impossible situation that, yeah, such is life. Such is life. Moving on to the next chapter. Excuse me. I run an ad blocker, so here's a 5 spot. I love the sanity of your videos. Keep the fight for us layman's. Thank you. And enjoy your ad blocker for not bending your knees. Thank you, Market Muncher. Thank you very much.
Oh, sweet mercy.
Thank you. Great seeing you in a better place. It's been awesome seeing your channel grow, seeing you help people. Please keep kicking ass. Thank you. I'm excited to open to the public repair shop thing here, where people can come in and work on stuff on the stations. For the first week or two, it's going to be very rocky because I don't have all the things that I'm used to having back home. But as I settle in, I'm hoping that I'll be able to make it a better experience for people. In the beginning, it's going to be a little rocky, but I'm excited.
Oh, sweet mercy.
You need a license to keep weights in your New York office. You know, you probably do. You probably do, but I didn't have one. The entire reason for that is so having a gym you couldn't go to a gym during COVID. They closed all the gyms. So it's like, well, I mean, I need to be swole, so I don't really have a choice here. So we pretty much, bought equipment from all the gyms that were closing, and then we built our own gym in the store. I think I arranged the shelving in a way that you couldn't really tell it was there when you first walked in. And that was that. And I stayed, Can you give us an update on the right to repair bills? Which one? There's like 20 different bills in 20 different states. You got to be specific with me. I can't control P all that. Just word salad it out. Which right to repair bill? What state? Give me a state. Give me a topic. Seen the Vice News in New York to ban ion battery reuse. Yeah, I've been planning to do a video on that, but I had work to do. I wanted to do a video on that 2 days ago, but I had other shit to do. I did a video in my car about it. Let's see if I could find that. I actually did. I did record a video on that while I was driving to work. Let's see. Where did I put that video? Oh, okay. Here we go. New York City proposes dumb e-bike battery legislation. I just have to do a clean version of that video for the main channel at some point. Are you on Mastodon app? No. I need less apps, not more. Thank you for free content over the years. Thank you, Chris O. How far into highway fitness medium difficulty have you gotten in doing in one go? I can do the entire thing. It's just I don't know if my form is exactly great. But yeah, I can do the entire thing. But I still feel like I'm about to die. Are you buying the property for the shop? Or are you renting it? Option number 3. Can I send my MacBook Pro to Texas yet? You can, it's probably going to get lost and unfixed because it's not open yet. But once it's open, you'll see. It'll be on the website once it is. Ever tempted to become a sellout and take a sponsor like FTX? No, but it's not because I'm a moral or ethical person. It's because nobody sends me sponsorship opportunities. If somebody sent me a sponsorship opportunity to sponsor bullshit for a ton of money, maybe I'd do it, maybe I wouldn't. I don't know. I did a video on this whole concept of selling out a while ago, and the argument that I made is that most people don't sell out because they have nothing to sell. It's not because they're a moral or ethical person. It's because they literally have nothing to sell. And I'll put a link in the chat to that video. It's this one. A lot of people think I'm better than everybody else. I'm not going to sell out because I'm so moral. It's like, no, you're not. Just nobody wants to buy anything from you. And I'm honest with myself.
Oh, sweet mercy.
Thanks for your videos from Slovakia. Oh, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. Oreo wants to lift. What do you do besides work? You are a composed person. Am I? I don't know. What's it like to live in Texas? Is it multicultural? There's a lot of different people where I live. I live in Round Rock, and there's all different types of people here. There's this one place that makes one of the best chicken dishes I've ever eaten, and nobody speaks English. It's about 5 minutes from my house. I just look at the menu and I just point at what sounds good because they don't understand anything that I'm saying. But I don't even care. The food is so fucking good. There's all different types of places here with all different types of people. But everybody seems to get along. So I'm happy about that. Honesty should be contagious. Perhaps.
Oh, sweet mercy.
Public repair open in April. Car key fob to fix. Oh, it'll be open way before then. Yeah. You're welcome to come by and try it out once it is. How does it feel having a following of people on the internet? It has its ups, it has its downs. There are good things, there are bad things. One of the things I learned from this thread today, there is so much shit that people was like, I don't really, when people disagree with something, I say, fine, whatever, fuck it, I don't really care. Like, people just make shit up about you. And that I think that's the part that drives me nuts. Like, I was reading stuff where people said, I don't like that you said X, Y. It's like, what? Link me to where I said that. I dare you. What do you think of Trump running again, good or bad? I just hope he should just go the fuck away and let somebody else do this shit. Like, it should be a primary between, I don't know, let's say like Ron DeSantis, Brian Kemp, maybe, who's the guy from, and like Larry Hogan or something, or from, figure out, like, do you want the more firebrand, anti-woke Republican brand, or do you want like the milquetoast, I know how to govern Republican brand? Like, not the crazy shit. I think people are just done with the crazy shit. I don't know. It's like you lost in 2020. All the candidates that you simped for hardcore lost in 2022. You lost, like, just go away. Just go away. Just take your stolen election cope and fuck off. Just go away. Just go away. You just have a way of making everything worse. Let's see. Like, I can't imagine anybody who in 2024 would say, you know what? I was going to go to the polls and I would have voted for Trump. But since Ron DeSantis is running, I'm not going to vote for Trump. I'm going to vote for Biden. I don't think that exists. But I think the converse exists, where there are people who would go to the polls who would say, you know what? I maybe would have voted for Ron DeSantis, but since Trump's running, I'm not going to vote at all. Happy birthday, maybe early. I visit April. Oh, well, hope to see you when you come by. We can see if we can help you fix that. And any thoughts on the Steam Deck? I don't have any. I don't play games much anymore. The mic is good. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. It's a blueberry. It's $1,000, but I got mine for about $200 because I had some issues with this top piece not being screwed in properly. I drive. My e-bike is still in the store. It's eventually going to come here once the store gets moved. How do you end up choosing Texas as your place of abode? Job opportunity. How is Right to Her movement doing at the moment in terms of support? Lukewarm. Could really use some more people to call or phone the New York State governor. Didn't you learn some of your skills from a Dutch guy? Yes, Duke was one of my mentors. Yes, I have 2 videos with Duke. Would you ever consider visiting Arizona? I've never been. I don't know. Probably not. I don't really know. I do know where an Austin the store would be, but I can't tell you until it's done. Your setup there looks the same as in Brooklyn. Yes. I moved the same chair, the same panels, the same mic stand. Same crappy fashion taste. Same old H&M $5 V-neck shirt. Yes, everything is the same. Do you think people should be able to repair their own Teslas considering full self-driving? And also incidents like the China video. They get blasted by the media all the time. This would be next level bad for them. Well, on one hand, dangerous things can happen if people fix their own vehicles. On the other hand, people have been able to fix their own vehicles for over 100 years. Now, if we're talking about having people edit the source code of the self-driving firmware on their car, I could see where there's a debate in it. Do you have a P.O. box? Could I send beef jerky? I don't have a P.O. box, I'm afraid. I'm in between addresses at the moment. In between public addresses at the moment. The public address of the new location will be public soon. You said you got a new job. What do you do, Lamo? Haven't been keeping up. I don't know. Do you think the new M2 Mac Mini will be released at WWDC? Oh, you're asking the wrong person. I've never seen a WWDC, never watched one, never want to watch one. Don't give a fuck. I don't follow what new Mac products come out. I don't give a shit. Literally don't give 2 shits of a fuck about new Apple products coming out. I have no interest. Zero interest. Like what? I don't give a I don't follow Mac rumors. I don't follow like any of this shit. I take no interest in it. The question should never be why or how, but instead when should people fix something? The sooner the better. Are you a regular kombucha drinker? Since I've been trying to shed some more weight and I've gotten, I cheated a little bit on the no bread thing for a while, but now I've gotten back on the wagon. Get my gut bacteria in order. Try to get swole again. 71 million votes in 2010, 10 million more votes in 2016, but somehow loses. Okay, so we're gonna go over some things here. Okay, now I know this is probably confusing. But the way this works, the way an election works, it's not that you need to get more votes than you got the first time. You need to get more votes than the other candidate. So, for instance, let's say that I run for president of Rossmann Repair Group, and let's say that I run against Paul, right? And I run against Paul, and I get 5 votes, and Paul gets 3 votes. I win. However, let's say I run against Steve, and I get 7 votes, but Steve gets 12 votes. Then Steve wins. So essentially, the way an election works, you need to get more votes than the other candidate. It's not about getting more votes than you got for yourself the last time around, because you're not running against yourself. You're running against the other candidate. Hopefully that clears things up. So glad you got through all of that crap you had to deal with over the last year. Also, I wish you a very happy birthday from Australia. Hope your next year is all that you want. Thank you. How are you enjoying Heb? Honestly, I've been going to Walmart a lot just because I've been lazy. One audio channel keeps going off and on. No clue what to say to that. No idea what to say to that, unfortunately. It's H-E-B. Nah, it's Heb. I ain't saying 3 syllables if I could say 1. Fuck that. Hey man, I've been a fan for a while. Thank you for the content. Thank you, Wise. Where did Biden's votes come from? People voting for him because they didn't like the other candidate? That tends to be how this works. How many people started watching because of politics, but then got into repairing Macs because of him? Kombucha is good stuff. It's not, I don't know, I'm not a big kombucha fan, but I've been trying to have at least one a week. Been a fan for a while. Thank you for the content. Thank you, Eyes. Why do people like Biden? I think people like Biden because he represents a return to normalcy. Like, I think people in 2016 were ready to just throw a bomb into the White House. They just wanted to throw a bomb in there and like, I don't give a fuck what breaks. I'm sick and tired of shit being the way it is. Fuck it. Let's do this. And then after 4 years of it, it's like, oh shit. You know what? Never mind. Let's, cause, you know, politics in the U.S., it really is a pendulum. It goes back and forth and back and forth. You know, you get Bill Clinton with like the Monica Lewinsky and the, hey babe, I'm Bill Clinton. And afterwards you get, you know, George Bush with the whole, you know, religious fundamentalism shit. And like, you know, who probably fucks his wife missionary every day, you know, once a year. Like it's a pendulum. It goes back and forth. So you get Trump, and then after Trump, you get a grandpa. And I think the thing that a lot of people don't understand is they go, how could Joe Biden have won? He's barely alive. He's a grandpa, Sleepy Joe. But what they don't understand is I think people were actually looking for that grandpa-ish, I'm not going to fuck shit up, not going to yell on Twitter, not going to break shit. I'm just going to kind of sit there in my creaky chair like a grandpa. Like, I think it's just that actually worked in his favor. There was some feeling of security in like the old dude. When are you going on Lex Friedman? Probably never. I've emailed a few times in the past, and I'm not going to keep spamming him. Also, when I think of the guests that he's had on, like Noam Chomsky, Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, me? I don't know. Like, one of those things just doesn't belong. You know, genius level linguist and historian, one of the richest people in the world, the richest person in the world, schmuck that used to fix computers on YouTube. Like, really? Like, really? Like, I'm not going to be on that show. Lots of respect to Lex, though. I enjoy his show. He actually got me to consider using the word retard less. And unfortunately, I still do use it from time to time. However, when I do use it, I have a feeling of guilt immediately afterwards. Sometimes I'll edit my post, or I'll say, oh shit, I shouldn't have said that. Whereas in the past, I wouldn't at all. So, you know, yeah, I think in some small ways, I've become a better person as a result of watching Lex Friedman's show. Your board repair videos have been my go-to for late night watches. But you look terrible right now. What gives? I was born ugly. That is why I am single. Such is life. I'm also getting old. I turned 34 48 minutes ago. I'm an old fuck, bro. When you're old and you've run a business in New York for 13 or 15 years and dealt with all that shit, you'll probably look like shit too, bro. You'll look like shit too. Yeah. So you say LED instead of LED. Now, LED is cool. HEB is not. D rolls off the tongue. B doesn't. Welcome to Texas. Do you plan on future expansion across Texas? We need a solid repair guy in Houston. Honestly, no. I've done the whole repair, like trying to expand business thing. I've done it twice in my life. Actually, no, I've done it 3 times. I tried to expand into a supply business, failed. Tried to expand into opening a second Brooklyn store, failed. Tried to move from a smaller Manhattan office to a larger Manhattan office, semi-failed. No, not doing that shit. I want a less stressful life. And one of the things I learned from this last year and a half of getting audited and thinking for the past 9 months that I was going to be in debt for hundreds of thousands of dollars and have nothing to my name, I want a less stressful life. I don't care if that means making less money. I don't care if that means missing out on some opportunities. I just want a less stressful life. So once I have this new place set up and it's fully done, I'm just going to make that into the best repair shop it can be, and that's that. I'm not opening 20 facilities across the U.S. I'm not putting myself in debt to do it. Screw that. Hello. I messaged a while back about back market and their assurance and warranty. I'd love if you could quickly share. Love if you could quickly share a little info about their company so they don't get any more of your followers and have likes and more impartial reviews. I remember emailing somebody back and forth. I feel bad about this. I said, let's do a video together, and then I completely forgot about it as I got inundated with work and moving in life and shit. Yeah, TLDR, I don't think, avoid back market. In my opinion, they suck. But we'll go into that in a later video once I make the time for it. I still have to make the time to do my e-bike lithium-ion battery video, but they avoid back market. Just they're not great. Happy birthday. Keep up the great work. I love how my logical, straightforward you talk. It reminds me of my own dad. Hope that doesn't sound weird. It doesn't sound weird at all. Thank you very much. It means a lot. 100,000 drug overdose deaths per year is like a nuclear bomb dropping in a small city per year. It's different. They're different things. I don't know. It's kind of like when people say, for COVID deaths, like we have 10 9/11s a month or something like that. I don't like nuclear bombs or 9/11s being used as units of measurement. There's something about it that's just weird to me. You could have taken a more radical decision and moved across the pond to the UK. I don't hate myself that much, bro. A business like yours would thrive here. No, thank you. Fuck that. I've seen prices across so many places in the UK. Nah. No, I don't want to move to the UK. No, thank you. He had Destiny, so you are good. Destiny gets 15,000 to 50,000 viewers a stream. Destiny is different. So Destiny is not the richest man in the world or a presidential candidate or anything like that. However, Destiny has a YouTube channel that is relevant. I have a YouTube channel that gets, so in 2016, I had 30,000 subscribers, and now I get 600 live viewers. Now I have 1 point something million, and I get 300 live viewers. So Destiny, I would say, is the exception. Again, you have a lot of guests on Lex's show that are, again, presidential candidate kind of people, richest person in the world kind of people, CEO of Pfizer, and then Destiny. But, okay, Destiny's not a president or anything like that, but he does get like 9 to 50,000 viewers per active viewers for live streams. So anyways, this channel is kind of dead. Well, you're still a smuck, so all good. But do you really fix computers? I love Paul Daniels. I'm going to make sure once I update the new site that it still has the Paul Daniels shill on it. By the way, check it out, Paul Daniels. So if you go to if you go to my site for mail-in repair, there is actually an Australia button, MacBook repair in Australia, and it links you to Paul Daniels. Not kidding. See that? Meet Paul Daniels and watch him fix a MacBook. I should charge him more for that. I should. You know how Mozilla charges Google like $100 million a year or something to be the default search in Firefox? I should probably be billing Paul Daniels for that, but I like Paul Daniels. He's a good guy. It's okay. Misspelling of my name. Don't give up. I will give up. Have you considered making your repair business into a chain? I have not considered that because I don't know how to do that successfully. It sounds stressful. Honestly, it sounds like a great way to ruin my business's name if I don't do it successfully. There would need to be the promise of a stupid amount of money to make it worth the stress and the risk, and I don't think that exists right now. I'm behind in chat by 6 minutes. Let's play some catch up. Oh, thank you for all the happy birthday wishes. Yeah, what Eli the computer did 6 years ago is very interesting. So he stopped saying the R word and he just started to say 14-year-old. Like in his comments, so instead of saying stop being an R word, he would say stop acting like a 14-year-old. Oh, hi, Clinton. You want to come on the chair? Clinton, come on the chair, boy. Clinton, come here. I'll pet you. Okay, you get one free pet, Clinton. But if you want any more pets, you got to get in the chair, okay? How is the weather in Austin now? Ah, it's cold. Oh, good boy. Who's a good little Clinton monster? Oh my, you are so cute. Been following you since 2012. Watched your philosophy videos in high school. Glad you were able to get out of New York City. I could see how it took a toll on you and your videos. Thanks for all your content and life advice. I live by to this day. Thank you. Hopefully you're doing good things with your life. You know, one of the most rewarding things in this channel is when I meet people that said, you know, I started watching your board repair videos in 2016. I went to college for engineering in 2017. I've now graduated and like I work at I work at Texas Instruments or whatever else. It's really cool when people started, they started watching my stuff a year after I started getting into board repair content. And, you know, by now they've essentially evolved to the point of having way more knowledge than I could ever imagine in my own field. It's very rewarding. So thank you. How would you go about cleaning dust out of the inside of an iMac? Mine is plugged full of dust and runs like overheated garbage. I'm really reluctant to take the screen off. If you don't want to take the screen off, you could use a compressed air into the back and you'll see dust kind of flow out a little bit, but it's not going to be the same as taking the screen off. The main way to do that is to take the screen off, which risks breaking it. But again, if you get a machine that's glued together, that's kind of par for the course, unfortunately. You have to consider the perspective of a repairman versus one with a computer theorist is valuable. There is insight and ingenuity that comes with practical versus theoretical experience with electronics. It's always possible. If I ever moved to Texas, the only place I would consider is Austin. I don't know. I like having access to Austin, but I specifically chose to live outside of it for a number of reasons. Happy birthday, bro. Thank you, Jamil. Austin's for the biggest streamers. Does it? Ooh. Clinton, are you seriously doing what I think you're doing on camera? Bro, that's weird. What are you doing? Why are you licking my armpit, you freaking weirdo? Clinton, cut this shit. Sit on the chair, boy. Sit on the chair. Jesus Christ. You've been inhaling too much of that air from the Luling oil fields, haven't you? Oh, man, you have been. You have been inhaling all that fucking hydrogen chloride from the Luling oil fields. And it has fucked you up. That's why you're licking my armpit, you little weirdo. You're such, what's wrong with you? What the hell? You're in Central now. What happens with your store lease? Bye-bye. Goes away. Have you ever tried synth repair? I have not. How much did you pay after the audit? A few $1,000. I think it was like $6,700 or so. About $6,700. It was a kick in the dick. Don't get it twisted. Having to pay $6,700 is a kick in the dick. But it beats the, $600K to $1 million that I thought I'd have to pay. Honestly, Lewis, I completely agree with you. Outlook, it's a big reason why I didn't end up expanding more, simply because of the dot-com era. It wrecked a lot of us with the stress or anxiety. It was sort of fun. I can imagine. Since you like good home audio, have you considered doing a real stereo in your car? What's in there is good enough right now. It's a car. You can't control the acoustic environment. So having speakers that are competent is good enough for me. Are you near the University of Texas? I am. I don't know why at W. I haven't been there for a few months. I've honestly been, a big part of me has been considering just having I trust my manager enough that I think I was thinking of going back to New York City to manage the move out of that old store. I'm honestly thinking of not even bothering. Like I genuinely don't even want to go back even to look once. I just want it to be a clean sweep. I think you got Future Motion sued. Really? What are you talking about? Clinton is only listening because he knows it's your birthday. Thank you, Trip6. It's okay to give up sometimes. Some of my best moments was when I gave up, restarted, and did something else. Good luck, man. Thank you. Has your opinion on e-bikes changed since you've left New York? No, I still like it. How are the women in Texas? Strange. Incredibly strange. Oh man. So where do I even begin? So first there's this. Okay, to be clear, I do not speak for all of the Texas women. I speak for the small number that I've interacted with thus far. Let's see, where do we begin? Okay, so first you have shit like this. First you have whatever the fuck this is, where like this woman just shows up while I'm playing basketball and like is randomly grinding me without. And then like I turn around, I had no idea this was happening. I just said, I know I'm going to lose in basketball, so I asked this person if they'd mind recording it. And then this one woman just starts doing that. And then I didn't know this was happening. I thought I was getting bumped into because it was a very crowded place. So I turn around and then I see this person there and I go, oh, you want to play a game? She says, go fuck yourself. I didn't even know this happened until I saw my own stream and I'm like, what the fuck? Thank you, XOF. This was interesting. So there was this one person that like, kept looking over while I was at the gym, and she was doing this thing, which is like, seemingly I'm not going to get too detailed, but like making certain poses that seem like they were looking for attention. So walk over, say hi. She's all, funny, laughing, bright, everything else. And, what was the rest of this? How do I put this? Oh yeah, I asked for her number. She gives it to me. And then I go back to what I'm doing. And then she like walks over with this really giddy smile on her face and says, oh my God, my boyfriend watches all of your videos. And I'm just thinking to myself, yo, why are you giving me your number if you have a boyfriend? What the you know about this shit? And then anyway, so I erased that memory from my head. And then 2 weeks later, I go back to the gym and she goes up to me with this look and she's like, you never called me. It's like, yo, lady, fuck out of here. Anyway, I'm again, it's not like I didn't have weird experiences with women in New York, but it's just a different brand of weird here that I'm not really used to yet. But I'm sure I'll get used to it with time. The licking the armpit means the cat loves you, nothing weird. Oh, no, that's very weird. That's very strange. You shouldn't be licking my armpit. That's a very strange cat right there. How are you going to improve production quality of your content? I'm not. I'm going to decrease it. New York City is not where it's at. Yankees suck. I don't know enough about I'm not a baseball or simp to really care. I don't pay attention to this. One of the things I've noticed is my channel, there's an inverse relationship between viewership and quality of thumbnails. So these two videos, this Twitter implode and Tesla Go Skynet, these videos got 99% of their views when I had the stock thumbnail from YouTube. So don't count these two. Like this was a video that like these videos got released with the sexy thumbnail and they got 13K, 23K, nobody cared. This video got released with the shit thumbnail, 151K, 149K. What's your situation debt-wise? I have friends out there in the front end struggling with rising rates. Base rate is Clinton, cut the shit. Sorry. He's like dragging and breaking shit because I'm not getting him to pay attention to him. I don't have any debt. I've tried to avoid debt as much as humanly possible. I don't have debt. I don't have personal debt. I don't have business debt. I don't owe anybody any money at any time. The worst thing I have is, as a business, I have a business credit card, but it's set to auto pay where it pays itself off at the end of every single month. I only use it because instead of the debit card because I get airline points. So when I need to like fly my employees back and forth and shit, I can use it for that. I don't have debt. I don't use debt. Like I would rather live in a shithole apartment that is filled with termites and, eat the cheapest, crappiest food every day, wear clothes that came from a Goodwill, than be in debt. I have no desire to have debt of any kind. I don't want car debt. I waited until I was 33 years old to buy a car. I didn't have a car at all of any type until I was 33. Like again, this shirt that I'm wearing, this shirt was $5. Like this shirt was $5. I'm very cheap. I'm incredibly cheap. I don't use debt. There was one time ever that I had somebody who was a partner in a business, and we had a line of credit, and the business absolutely fucking fell apart because I made different decisions as a result of debt. And I don't use debt for anything. No debt for me. What do you think about all the recent layoffs in California? To me, it seems overdue with the overvalued companies. Too many JavaScript programmers. I mean, I think you've had like the last 13 years of incredibly low interest rates. So for the last 13 to 14 years, this could have just been a meme economy the entire time. Like this entire thing of companies that lose 10 or $100 million every year that are just propped up by investor money. Like that shit was never sustainable. And it's just because it's been happening for such a long period of time, people have just come to accept it as the norm. My entire adult life has been lived in a meme economy, if you think about it. Okay, I mean, I'm not counting 18, 19, 20, but you get the idea. Most of my adult life has been lived in a fake economy. So even if I don't take on debt, how do I know my business is real? Because many of the people that are my customers may only be able to afford to be my customers as a result of having money that came from debt that is, not going to be available anymore. So, a lot of companies were just fake. They were never producing value. They were a net drain on society this entire time. It was just a giant fever dream that was propped up by investor money. Investors that couldn't make money through traditional means because interest rates were so low decided to pour money into many different things, whether it was random startup companies, the S&P 500, property, New York real estate, and it just creates a clusterfuck all around. As interest rates go back up, what you see is not so much a recession as much as a return to a normal economy where companies that don't make money or that don't make dollars, that don't make sense, go away. I'm very curious, and I really do think we need to return to something resembling a normal economy. Lewis, how do I get your gains? I don't have much in terms of gains. If you think of the fact that I started working out, like really lifting weights in 2005, and now it's 2022, and I can't even bench 3 plates, like I haven't really gotten much in that department. Hello, Clinton. How are you? Thank you for coming back to the chair. You can't control the acoustics that much in a car. At the end of the day, it's still a very, very small thing. You have a giant glass window in front of you. You have a glass window here, a glass window there, a glass window there. It's tiny. Like you're closer to the left speaker than to the right. Nothing makes sense in a car the way that it does in a home. So I'm not really going crazy with investing into the car stereo. Maybe they were in an open relationship. Oh, I want nothing to do with that bullshit. Nope. I have no problem if you want to live an open relationship. You can have an open relationship. You do you. You enjoy polyamory. Far away from me. I'm not getting involved with that shit. No. No, I ain't doing that. Fuck that. If you want to do it, I support you. I hope that you have a happy life. I hope that you have a stable life. I hope I hope that you find your happiness. But no, I ain't touching that with a rusty spoon. Where's BlackBerry? Cheating on me with somebody else? What's your favorite anecdote to convince people to repair? Honestly, the best anecdote is the one that's personal to the person you're talking to. And until they have an experience where they get fucked by a manufacturer and you're able to help them for a fraction of the cost while maintaining their data, they're not going to care. I like your 2015 thumbnails better, honestly. Yeah, that's the thing. I love my thumbnail producer. Sherlock is awesome. He really is. It's just, and it's not his fault, but my entire channel's branding is based on my thumbnails being shit. That's the thing. Like this thumbnail over here lets people know it's my video. This piece of shit, like these thumbnails are good. So people don't think that it's my video because the thumbnail is too good. Like nobody knows if this is my video because the thumbnail actually looks good. These thumbnails are trash. This is like this is trash tier thumbnail. So people know it's me. So, and I think that that's something that I have to keep in mind. I have to think about that. I have to think about my thumbnail strategy going forward. Do you think you should host a podcast on this channel with guests? I don't know. I don't know who would be a guest. I'm not really I'm not a social person. What is your weightlifting routine? So I do full body every other day. So on Monday, I will do 1 or 2 sets of heavy squat. Like, honestly, usually I only do 1 heavy set of each exercise. But I do it every other day. So on Monday, I will do 1 set of heavy squats, maybe like 7 or 10 at 275 pounds. 1 set of heavy bench press, usually maybe a set of 9 or 10 of 225 or 6 or 7 of 245. I will do 1 set of pull-ups with a weight belt usually. I can't find a weight belt at this gym, so I've just been doing normal pull-ups. I'll do like 22 or 24 normal pull-ups. I'll do 1 set of skull crushers. Usually I'll take, 95-pound bar, 25 on each side, and I'll do 5 or 6 skull crushers. And then I'll do a set of maybe 8 or 10 curls with 80 or 85 pounds. And then I'm done. And then I will do cardio for about 20 minutes to a half hour. The next day, I will do highway fit for cardio, and then I'll do the treadmill or the elliptical for a half hour for cardio. On Wednesday, I switch it up. Wednesday, it's 1 set of heavy deadlifts, 1 set of like 405 pounds for 1 or 2 reps in the trap bar. I'll do shoulder press, like 1 set of 7 or 8 with 135. Pull-ups again, or like either 9 pull-ups with a 45-pound belt, or 23 to 24 pull-ups alone. And the same thing as skull crushers and curls. Thursday, highway fit cardio. Friday, I go back to the workout I did Monday of heavy squat, heavy bench press, heavy pull-up, skull crusher curl. Saturday, I will do cardio. Sunday, I will do the workout that I did on Wednesday, and so on and so forth. So I do 1 heavy set. When do you expect to open your shop in Austin? Once it's ready, once it's done. Are you allowed to share the business location now? I am. Yeah, I'm allowed to. I'm just not going to do it. Howdy, Lewis, and welcome to Texas. Have you seen the millions of bats that hang around at Congress Avenue Bridge? I haven't, but I've been seeing signs that like warning bats, and I go, what? You should open a crypto exchange. Clearly you are in the wrong business. I don't see you getting invited to speak at the New York Times conference. I probably should open a crypto business. I'd get audited less. I'd get audited less, probably. Nobody cares about those people. Scam people out of billions of dollars and you're fine. Try to fix people's laptops and, God forbid. Anyway. Your video on failure stuck with me. How do you overcome setting a goal, trying your best and failing? I set really pathetic goals, and I don't set a high goal and work towards it every day. I have micro goals. I have things that are really, 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 really pathetically easy. Like I will get through 1 page of Dennis Ritchie's C programming language every week. I will do 1 page a week. You set things that are so pathetic that it's almost impossible to not do it. And then each time you do it, you get a little kick of dopamine that you actually did it. And you keep at it every day. You build habits that way. You have to negotiate with yourself. Thank you, Justin. I realize that I'm a piece of shit. And I realize that being a piece of shit, I'm not going to be willing or capable of doing much in life. So what I do is I say, okay, I'm such a piece of shit. I probably can't read more than 1 page a week. So fuck it. I'll 1 page a week. And here's the thing. It's so reasonable. It's so pathetic that surely you should be able to do 1 page a week. And then when you do the 1 page, it's like, wow, I said I was going to do this. I did it. And I got through it. You have a little kick of dopamine. A little happy feeling goes through your head, which makes you more likely to do it again. Maybe next time you read 2 pages instead. And so that's what you do. I set a really pathetic goal for myself that's almost impossible to fail at. And then I move forward from there. I don't set a goal that I'm likely to fail at. I do that with everything. Even with board repair, I set my goal within 1 year, I will take the fuse off of a working board. I will put it back on that board and it will still work. I didn't start off with, I'm going to fix a board that has long screw damage, or I'm going to, do data recovery off something that's been in the ocean. I set up really pathetic goals. And it makes it a lot easier to keep going. Anyone know what happened to BlackBerry? Nope. No idea what happened to BlackBerry. BlackBerry. I do vintage tube amplifier repair, and you've taught me so much that I applied 1950s tech. Thank you. I'm very curious which one of my videos on like BGA rework has helped you with your 1950s tube amp. But yes, that's very cool. Thank you so much. I admire you on so many levels. I'm basically twice your age. You're 100 times ahead of the game than I was at your age. Give Mr. Clinton a scratch and charge an extra handful of greenies to my account. Thank you. I actually have to get greenies because I don't have any. Thank you. I don't think that... I sincerely doubt that I am worth admiring on so many levels, but I appreciate it. Would you ever get married? If I found the right woman, I'd be open to getting married. What happened with you and Erica? We broke up a year ago. Open relationships are kind of dumb. Yeah, I don't know if they're dumb, but they're definitely not for me. You can do whatever you want, just doing it very far away from me. I don't like coffee, Mustafa Malik. LOL, there are 10 times as many empty homes as there are homeless to fill them. Empty homes are not the problem. I mean, a lot of the empty homes you're looking at are places that are being renovated, they're under construction, a family lives there for like 8 months out of the year. It's not that simple. With the Fed engaged in the most aggressive monetary tightening campaign in a generation, the artificial economy erected upon the fragile foundation of cheap leverage and free money is collapsing. Yes. Glad you made it out of here. New York City is on the decline. We'll suddenly come visit. He did a week or two ago, Julie. Also, how are you doing, Julie? Hope everything's well with you. I took your advice and always try to take at least 200K of debt every year. Poor Sonny. I hope it's not variable rate. I hope you locked in your rate when they were 2%. What's really open, though? What? Thanks for your videos and repair. You give me the confidence to do component level repair on my phone or replace a flip chip IC for the charge port. Repair still 4 years later. Imagine that means works. Awesome. What about Timcast? I went into debt in order to reduce my rent. Bottom line, it's going to cost me the same, but with the new apartment, I don't have to worry about having to move. Lewis, can you please talk about FTX? I don't want to. I don't really care. Fix some MacBooks. It's almost 2 in the morning, man. Are you nuts? 1 set of each exercise. How is that working out for you? It works pretty well because I don't have any delayed onset muscle soreness the next day, which means I can go back and do it immediately. So that means like I can do heavy squats 4 times a week. I can do heavy deadlifts 4 times a week. Because I got stuck with the whole routine of doing like 5 sets of everything. Excuse me. Thoughts on FTX scandal? Don't really care right now. Don't care. Hey, Lewis, what kind of absolute legend gets a frickin' 0.11% margin of error on an audit? Yes. Unfortunately, the 0.11% margin of error was still like $6,700, but I'll still take that over $1 million or so. I do miss the $6,700 though. Such is life. What are you gonna do? Has its ups and its downs. You should do calisthenic workout for better results. Fuck that. If I were to only do like push-ups and dips for 2 months, I would lose so much muscle. It's insane. Yeah, Paul Daniels, I was trying, but I suck. I always wanted to finish that book because I got that book as a kid. My mother said I was wasting time with it. And then I tried to get it in 2016 and I realized it was too stupid to finish it. So now I just want to finish it on principle. I haven't found a personal trainer in Austin, but I'm not looking for one. Blackberry's little sweetheart. She is. She's an adorable cat. Excuse me. How did you end up choosing Texas over other states? There was a job here. What measures are you taking to protect yourself from Eli the computer guy's killer robots? I heard it's illegal to own rocket launchers in Texas if that helps. Oh, we're going to get him. We are going to get him. We are going to hold Eli the computer guy and Destiny both accountable for their crimes. Did you end up having to pay $47K after the audit, or did you challenge it? Well, it wasn't $47K for the audit. It was $47,000 for a single quarter. For a single quarter. And now I wound up paying about $6,700 for the whole thing. Thanks for everything you do from the great state of Arizona. Thank you, Nicholas. What kombucha are you drinking? This is Pink Lady Apple from Walmart. Lost my tech job a couple of months ago. Small company had to close the office due to not enough local business. Sorry to hear that. Pet the cat, please. Maybe. Where's Mr. Clinton? Natalie, Mr. Clinton is right here on my chair. Clinton, say hi. What are the top 3 people you look up to and why? Duco from the Netherlands for not just all the advice on board repair, but also for the mentality on how to do board repair. Eli the computer guy for straight shooting talk about business, working in the technology field in general, having a business in general. Eli the computer guy was a big influence. Duke from the Netherlands. Roy Hendrickson for telling me in 2007, there's nothing college can teach you that you can't learn on your own if you really want to learn it. And he was not only a great technician, he was also a great recording engineer. And very few people are good at both. Very few people are good at the whole being a recording engineer and being a producer and directing artists while simultaneously being able to troubleshoot a Neve 8088 that has crosstalk on its busing modules. When you confront Destiny on Peterson Gate, can you also push back on his opinions on Elon? He seems to have an inflated view on his impact on Twitter. I'm not going to confront Destiny on anything related to Twitter or political takes at all. We're going to stay razor focused on punishing him for his crimes on Peterson Gate. The thing is, I haven't come up with a plan yet on how to do that. I do need to devise a plan on how to hold him accountable for his crimes. I could use input from the audience on that, but that's not something to do right now. That's something to do later on. We got to get right to repair passed in New York. We got to get right to repair move forward nationally. I got to get my shop open over here. That's going to take the next few weeks are going to be hell. The next 2 months, honestly, are going to be hell doing that. It's a lot of work to do, but trust me, that's in the back burner. We're going to make sure. We're going to make sure. If I wanted to work in a repair shop like yours, what certifications or classes would help me learn? None. There are none. They don't exist. Would you ever like to live in a different country? Not really. Look at how clean his room is. You tell us if he's heard of him. I prefer to not live in shit. Thank you very much. I like cleaning my things. I clean my car before and after each use. I'm not kidding. There is no junk in my car. The seats, the seats, the steering wheel, the gear stalk, turn signal stalk, literally the inside of you know how when you want to open or close the window, there's a button and you kind of have to like put your finger like this to lift. Like that section of the button under this is cleaned on a daily basis. Like I clean my doorknobs in my house. I clean my floor. I clean the levers that you'd use to turn the sink on. I like having a clean home. I like having a clean environment. Things may be messy where everything is everywhere, where I just have piles of random stuff, but all those piles of random stuff are indeed are clean. Your studio experience kills me as a musician. Love it. Thank you, Rob K. Yeah, working at Avatar Studios in the 2000s was awesome. You clean everything but your PC. I clean my PC. Jessa doesn't clean the PC that I built for her. Oh man, she literally tortured that thing. When I saw your New York City apartment with shiny wood floors, I was shocked. I'd never seen a floor so clean. Oh, I do. I clean my PC. My PC is beautiful. Any good old terms to a QWERTY typewriter? Nah, that's fine. I'm not across this Destiny and Peterson gay. Can you give me a quick summary? Doofus says, Destiny said he would do a video interviewing Jordan Peterson, but it was actually something about a person called Keffels. Don't look it up, you will get brain rot. True. Yes, everybody tuned in for a Jordan Peterson video with Destiny, and they got a fucking Keffels manifesto. And we will never, never, never forget. Never! We're not going to forget. Never forgive, never forget. Never forget, never forgive. Mr. Clinton ran away. I'm also infuriated with my city on your behalf. Will there be anything you miss about New York City? At this point in my life, no. In my early 20s, yes. At this point, no. Now, I would be potentially, like, I would miss, you know, the restaurants like Lucha Lucha that closed, or Mazzetto that closed, or Avatar Studios that got bought by Berkeley, or Cosi on 13th and Broadway that doesn't exist anymore, that's now a fucking Santander Bank. Yeah, there are a lot of things that I'd miss, except they're all closed. So, can't miss what doesn't exist anymore. What do you think of NVIDIA's 4000 series GPU pricing? I don't give a fuck. I have an RTX 2080, and literally the most intensive game I play on this computer is Street Fighter 4. I don't give a shit. Enough games have been released that I never have to play a new game ever again. Enough games were released between like 2000 and 2010 that you could probably have entertainment from now until the time that you're dead without ever having to play a game that requires a modern GPU. How often does Clinton get a bath? Depends on how well he's behaved. Thanks for the Graphene OS video. I swapped a bit after a week or two after, and it's been pretty smooth sailing. That's awesome. I'm glad to hear it. I still use Graphene OS on my phone. I love the Graphene OS. I approve the Graphene OS. Graphene OS is the superior version of Android. Loving my graphene. Yes. Good little graphene. Good little graphene. Is the weather better in Austin than New York on average? It depends on the type of weather you prefer. Since I noticed that cloudiness and rain affects my mood negatively, I much prefer the weather here. This is a blue blueberry. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to milk you for affiliate revenue. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to milk you for affiliate revenue. Watch this. That's right. I just milked you for affiliate revenue. Are your cats strictly indoor? Yes. Are you from El Salvador? I'm like about 5% El Salvadorian, but that's about it. Got a favorite restaurant in Texas yet? I forget the name of it. It's about 10 minutes from my house. It's an amazing Mexican place. It's one of my favorites. Yes, Tech 49, I have. I do not care if you... No, you don't miss seeing me repair MacBooks. You can't even spell my name right. Get out of here. Okay, new rule. New rule. No misgendering. New rule. What do you miss about New York City? Nothing. Legitimately nothing. Favorite classic cartoon series? Batman Beyond. This is so fucked up. Oh, this is so fucked up. Every time I watch this, it like rips me apart inside. You gotta get out of here, Freeze. The whole place is gonna go. You're the only one who cares. Dun, 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 dun. Terry, get out of here now! Boom, boom.
Freeze, no!
Fucking pulls at your heartstrings. And then there was this other episode. Oh, this is funny. Let's see. Batman, Beyond, Terry. So there was this one woman that Terry had a crush on, and everybody had names in the series, and the name of the hot blonde that Terry had a crush on was 10. Like, there were all these little jokes in there. There were all these weird little jokes that just had no place in a fucking kid's Saturday morning cartoon. Well, one of my other favorites is Steve loves this part of Batman Beyond. There's this one part where the guy that's radioactive that was in that episode named Blight, he winds up like asking his team to come get him. And you have to keep in mind, he's radioactive. And it's cold outside. So his employees say, "We brought these blankets for you just in case you're cold." And then he looks at them and goes, "You are idiots." And Steve has all these experiences with people that I've hired that he's fired and vice versa, where you just assume you try to assume the basic common sense of people. And every time you try to assume that people have basic common sense, they just prove you wrong. And that one episode is just beautiful because it goes over that feeling of, just expecting people to have the most basic common sense and them just proving you wrong in the worst possible way. And it's funny. I love that scene. Steve loves that scene. Actually, let me see if I can. Let's see if I can find it. I feel like I have this episode somewhere on my drive. You are idiots. Gets me every time. You are idiots.
You only got a 10.
And that time, Batman, here comes the real bird. Light! Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Here we go. Better looking episode.
Stay where you are.
Oh.
We also brought these, just in case you were cold.
Look at his eyes.
You are idiots.
You are idiots.
Spot without it. We also brought these, just in case you were cold. You are idiots.
You are idiots. I think Steve has actually used that line on employees here before. Steve is a quality manager. Steve is best manager. We always regale this series. I love Batman Beyond. It's just so funny because there are so many employees that actually are that do shit like that. Like, you're radioactive, and because it's snowing outside, your employees bring the radioactive person blankets in case they're cold. I don't know why I find that so funny. It's been 23 years since I saw that episode, and I still laugh at it the same way I do the first time. Oh, and then there's also the episode with the simp. Any of you guys remember the episode with the simp? That's another thing at work. We always wind up having that every time if I say that I was going to do something and I forget because I have a horrible memory and Steve's kind of gotten used to it, he'll wind up looking at me and going, "You promised," because we're making fun of the simp in the let's see, what was her name? Does anyone remember the Ink? Remember Ink? You promised. Here, where is that episode? This shit is. Dun 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 dun. Let's see, is this it? Here we go.
Out of my way,
You promised. You promised.
loser.
Loser. See, that is why you never simp. Because if you simp, you might just wind up getting injected with something that turns you into a pile of sludge with no bones. And after you do that, and after you not only bring the person, your love of your life, back to life, you wind up having no bones and ending up dead. Never simp. Don't simp. There are like again. This is a kid's cartoon, but it's teaching you the important lessons of life. Never simp, because this guy was, oh my god, he was crazy over her. Like, look at this fucking freak show. Look at him. This is so weird.
He said no raise, just like that. Told me that what I do here isn't important enough. Not important enough. I'd like to see him talk to you that way. You never had to swallow any disrespect, did you? No, not you. And if you wanted something, you just took it. But look at you now. All you've got is me, and you're just about all I got. That's why I'm staying here. Even if they don't pay me what I'm worth. You listen to me. You're the only one who ever has.
Such a creep. He simped for her so hard. He simped so hard. He let Ink out. He let a criminal out because he was simping. He made Batman have to get the suit. And Batman fights her. But then Ink winds up getting him. This scene always makes me sad. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. No! And then the simp comes out and starts to sabotage her by combining with her. See? You promised. You promised. Loser. So essentially he at one point said, I want to be like you, Ink. Can you make me like you? And she gave him something that he could take to be like her. But since she hates him, and she hates the fact that she ever had to be nice to him in order to get out,
Thing you're expecting.
she gives him this garbage potion.
Then I hope it'll be everything you're expecting.
And he's dumb enough to take it. And he turns into a pile of shit. And the same way that he made her have to listen to him every day. So she was forced to listen to this loser every day. Now he has to listen to some weird creeper. See this? This is karma right here.
Mashed potatoes and peas. He made some fried chicken too, but with the bones and all, well, you know.
Ew. Oh god, look at it, it's brown. Ew. Oh. Ooh.
Good, huh? So, before I
He has
tell you
to eat
about all
shit?
the things that happened to me today, I want to thank you for listening these last few months.
And then he's got to
You're
listen
the
to
only
Karen
one who
talk to him
does,
every day.
And you'll never guess how much it means to me. Anyway, the store was out of diet ice cream, so I had to drive all the way to the
Oh
other
god,
store.
I would
and
fucking kill
almost ran
myself.
out of juice.
But you can't
I
even
was
kill
late to the
yourself because you
doctor.
need bones
The
to kill
good
yourself.
news was, he got rid of the warts. Well, almost all of them.
Oh god. But anyway, it was I love Batman Beyond. That show was fucking kick-ass. It was really dark too. Had a lot of really dark scenes in it. Let's see. What else did you have in there? Oh, the one scene where there was this really creepy scene where Bruce Wayne becomes young again. I love that scene. Like, he's tired of being old and getting his ass
Your
kicked.
sarcasm, beloved.
Daughter.
Yeah, so Bruce Wayne meets somebody that offers him eternal youth,
One which must be used wisely. A gift
who
I would
actually
now
winds up
share.
being a transgender. This is actually a dude, but you don't learn that until the end of the episode. Very progressive television show. And then he winds up having people that want to rob him after his car accident. See this? I love the music. The music in this always gets me hyped. I've actually used this at the gym before.
Caught trouble, old timer?
Got trouble, old timer?
I can manage.
We'll be happy to
Go call roadside assistance.
Davey, help
Roadside
Grandpa find
service.
his
Hear the New York accent? We'd be
Car
happy to
trouble, old
call
timer.
roadside service. The 90s New York accent? You hear that?
car trouble, old timer.
I can manage.
I can manage.
We'll be happy to call roadside service. Davey, help Grandpa find his car.
Da 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 da.
Keep away from me, you old freak.
So creepy. I love this episode. All these episodes are good.
Keep away from me, you old freak. Davey, help Grandpa find his car. Keep away from me, you old freak.
He's chasing him with a cane. That's the funny thing. Where's their believability in this? Like, this man is kicking everybody's ass and he can't even stand up.
Keep away from
But it
me,
doesn't
you
have to be
old freak.
believable. It's a cartoon. Like, look, he's running with a cane. What the fuck?
Keep away from me, you old freak.
Hey, stop!
Let her go.
You want her, you catch her.
What a show. Batman Beyond was the shit. How? When did you build your electric bike? Like 4 years ago, 2 years ago. You're against piracy. I don't really care. Why do you work out in jeans? Why? Because I haven't been brainwashed into believing that I need to spend extra money on athletic pants to exercise. I can deadlift in anything. I could deadlift in athletic pants. I could deadlift in cargos. I can deadlift in jeans. It doesn't fucking matter, bro. It doesn't matter. Squats are different. If you squat in jeans, you'll rip them. But you could deadlift in anything. How does that video show dislikes? I thought YouTube got rid of it. Yeah, but the thing is, I have a special line in Susan Wojcicki, and she actually turned on dislikes just for me. Yeah, they whitelisted my IP for the feature, bro. Karma at its finest, true. He simmed, he was manipulative, and at the end of it, he's dead. Not dead, but he's listening to that woman every day and getting fed brown sludge, which is probably worse. This is healthy kombucha, bro. Look, kombucha. How do you listen to music? On the best stereo known to man, Vandersteen Model 3, with a bunch of acoustic panels. Thoughts on FTX? Don't really care. Do you think we should monetize our hobbies? I spend 8 hours every day doing a hobby, but I earn $20 a month from it. Would you stop and work instead or keep doing it for fun? I mean, how much fun are you having doing it? Are you independently wealthy to the point where you can afford that? Huh. Thoughts on framework? It's a laptop. It's a laptop. I mean, it's messed up. It just shows some people don't care how much you do for them. They will still hurt you. I mean, I get it. You know, I get it. But at the same time, if you're going to flirt with a woman, do you have to flirt with a woman that's literally frozen? Like I don't think... You shouldn't flirt with women that don't have the option to walk away, right? So I don't mind if you flirt with somebody. By all, like, again, you know, flirt with somebody at the gym, flirt with somebody at the bus stop, flirt with somebody where, I don't care. Flirt with somebody at work, whatever. Don't flirt with a woman that's literally frozen. She was frozen. Now, granted, she kind of deserved to be frozen because she was an evil bitch, but like it would kind of try to kill people indiscriminately, which is not exactly the way you should go about life. But still, like she was frozen. Like, can't you hit on somebody else? I think the simp in that episode got what was coming to him. I don't care about anime, Trey. Bro, she took his bones. Okay, so perhaps the punishment didn't fit the crime. Maybe she went a little too far. I don't know. Maybe she went a little too far. Did the bro even have any bones before? Not a backbone. Just want to say thank you for sharing your knowledge. You inspired me to start a vintage computer store, repair, and refurbishing side business. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much. Did you see this base Karen banner getting projected onto Twitter headquarters? I did not. No. How do you make videos so quickly? Isn't it tough to gather information? I don't think I make them that quickly.
Oh, sweet
Were you
mercy.
there? Was I where? Happy birthday. Thank you. Thank you so much. How does one exactly live without bones? I guess in a cartoon it's much easier than in reality. If he released her, then every person she killed was also partly his fault. True. I heard someone's been projecting things onto the headquarters, but not the Space Karen bit. Can you sue New York City? No, you can't. You cannot sue people. Suing is a waste of time. It's a waste of time, money, resources.
Oh, sweet mercy.
How much did they ask to pay for the 0.11% error rate? They asked me for $6,700. Just want to say thank you for sharing your knowledge. You inspired me to start a vintage computer store, repair, and refurbishing side business. Thank you. Do you wear eye color? Okay, you get to go away. Let's see. Bye-bye. Did Mr. Freeze ever discover the cure for his wife? I don't know. I didn't watch long enough. Thank you. I played basketball in jeans forever and always got, oh, you're going to play in them like they are in athletic. Motherfucker, the difference between work and sport is you watching. Yes. Not bad at all. Not bad. Good stuff. What is the best remedy when you get the runs after you eat Chinese that's been sitting out for 3 days in the fridge? To end the stream. That's the best remedy. So, looks like it's time to get out of here. This has gone on longer than it should have, and that's how you can tell. That's it for today, and as always, I hope you learned something. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye now.